Hey everyone, Irish Guy here. This is the rugged liner. This particular one is going to go in a 2012 Chevy Silverado. It's got a 6.5 foot bed. This particular model, as you can see there, it'll work on the year 2007, and it actually says through 11, but mine's a 12 and it'll work. So 2007 through 2012 Chevy Silverado or GMC Sierra with 6.5 foot bed. So here we go. We're going to unbox it and we're going to install it on the 2012 Chevy Silverado. I'm back with the saw again, as you can tell. It worked well open that box. Really nice packing job. Piece of styrofoam here. And we've got instructions and warranty right on the top. It's really nice. Stands right out. There is a little piece. I don't think that's anything that's broken, but we'll find out. So this is a parts diagram for spare parts. Warranty and return. I don't see instructions yet, but they're in here, I bet. Lift this out. This is a very heavy construction. It's very nice. Now, one of the things that I would say is an advantage to the vinyl liner, as you can tell, and I mean I'm a decent sized person, but this is heavier. So if it's something that you want to take on and off yourself, this may be a little bit more cumbersome. So actually, what I want to do before I put it on there is identify the front. And this doesn't have instructions with it, but I know they're on the internet. And it's pretty self-explanatory because there's a little, looks like a windshield wiper blade thing, and that's obviously going to go on the front part. These pieces right here are going to snap out to connect to the bed, but I'm going to do that after I put it on. So now, so this is going to go, the part with the little windshield wiper thing, it looks like a windshield wiper, is going to go towards the front. This is heavy, but heavy means durable. So what I would recommend, sliding a piece of foam so you don't touch this to the concrete and scratch it up. And that foam is included with it. So now I'm going to carefully pick this up and gently put down. I've got bed rails. If you didn't have bed rails, you might not would want to do this. You can scratch your paint. So I'm actually going to gently put that down and then get inside of here and lift it up to the other side. One thing I want to do is make sure it's lined up evenly across, and then also on each side. So I know this doesn't need to be right next to the cab because it's going to need to cover the rear tailgate section. So I'm going to slide it back. Main thing is to feel those little things that feel like windshield wipers, windshield wiper blades, and just make sure that they're making a good connection against the front of your bed liner if you've got a bed liner. Now this is a rugged liner bed liner, so it's got that lip on it, so it's going to help to make this rugged liner hardcover even more water resistant. So that looks good. What I'm checking now are the sides. On my bed rails I've got these ridges. So I'm just looking here and seeing how much is left. And over there. And actually it's already perfect. I got lucky. So now I'm going to snap these snaps. Those are very nice. They're like a button on a pair of pants or something. And this should fold back. Now what you're seeing there is a piece of packing material. It's perfectly normal. And actually I made a mistake. And the mistake I made, I unfolded this before connecting the front. So I'm going to fold this back. And I'm going to make sure everything's still lined up, and it is. I'm going to crawl under here and get this stuff connected. Okay, and that plastic piece that I saw earlier, that's packing material. It's just, it looks like it would be part of the thing, but it's not. So I removed that to pull this out. This is very similar to the vinyl premium liner, except this only has one connector. The vinyl premium liner had two. It had the black one like I'm doing now that I'm twisting, and then it had an orange one which it called like the security strap. But I'm assuming there's only one on this because this is probably less likely to get caught by wind and try to blow off. This mounting hardware is very nice. Feels very, very solid, and that's important because a lot of these not rugged liner, but some bed liners I've seen from other tonneau covers from other manufacturers, the plastic components of this is so cheap that even cold and hot weather temperature changes would tend to cause it to fracture. And then there goes your investment in your tonneau cover, because more than likely if something like that broke, the replacement parts probably wouldn't be easy to get. I'm not worried about this breaking though. It's very solid. And not only solid from a mounting perspective, but solid from a security perspective. Because I play golf, I might have my golf clubs in here when I'm at the beach. And, you know, maybe I've got a bunch of stuff in the back of the cab and I don't have room for them in there. So having the luxury of a secure feeling tonneau cover is important. So I've got that one on there. I'm going to roll over and do the same over here. As you can see, this under me, this is my premium vinyl cover. Because sometimes I want to use it. If I'm traveling, I'm going to use this hard one because it's more secure to lock my stuff in. Ugh. So I'm going to move it to this side. I mean, this thing is luxurious. It really is. And a lot of people may stray away from wanting to get a tonneau cover because it's like, man, that stuff's hard to install, and well, I buy that, and then I got to buy the labor to get it installed, and then when it falls off, I got to take it back in and have them readjust it. I'm doing this right now on the fly. I'm not a mechanic. I have very little mechanical ability. My mechanical abilities are not that great, and I'm able to do this effortlessly. So if that says anything about the simplicity of use, I mean, it's great. And see how secure that is? I've got it on there, it's not moving. So now I'm going to go to the step that I was at earlier, which was folding this down. So there's the first section. Again, we've got these, and you can see there on that, see these little tabs? It's like a rubber. Those come off. That's part of the packing. And then these things right here, this is how the front, exactly how the front was. These things just let down. These are a little bit different from the front, from the standpoint that the front ones actually screw down. They're more of a semi-permanent mount. Whereas this one is a, you know, because this is the one you'll be snapping up and down. Only time you would undo the front ones is if you were completely taking your tonneau cover off. So we're gonna put this down so it'll be ready to snap on, and I'm just wanting to understand how this is going to work. So I'm under there. That's got like a little nut. We'll figure it out once I crawl down under there. And keep in mind, I haven't read the instructions, and actually because it didn't come with instructions, but I know they're on the website. So if I get stuck, I'll pull out my phone and I'll go to ruggedliner.com and see how to do this. But I think it ought to be pretty straightforward. And see there, you can see I lined up the front good because this goes back further. And that's important because once I snap this down and put the tailgate up, you don't want water creeping in. So if you put it too close to your cab, you run the risk of water creeping in. So before I attach this, I'm going to look and make sure everything's lined up. I like to have everything perfectly symmetrical. And it is. So now, draw under here. And see, this is the part where I will have to do some reading because these things snap. That's going to have to let down so that it can go under the lip of the bed rail. And I'm going to have to fold it back up and figure this out. What I don't understand is why that won't move up or down. It's almost like maybe this thing, I don't know. I'm gonna try the other one. Maybe this one's stuck. Place clamps into the storage position as shown when opening the cover. Oh, I figured it out. See, I'm dumb. You just pop this out, and then this enables you to twist this. It's simple. I just didn't I didn't realize it. So You can pop that out and then pop it back in and then pull this whole piece out. Now you can see this is going to allow more room. So it's going to be a test. I'm going to see if I got it far enough. Actually, for my particular configuration here, because I've got bed rail covers on it, even with it in the most downward position, it won't work with my, well, it'll work, but it won't lock with mine because it doesn't go, it's unable to go down far enough. So let me see if I take the washer off, if it'll go down further. Surely it will. Grab a wrench. So now I've got my wrench. Now I'm just going to take this little nut and try to bring it down a little bit further. Because what that'll allow me to do is bring this plastic piece that locks under the bed rail down further. Will this be far enough? I'm not sure, but it's partly my fault because I have an aftermarket bed rail on this, and it goes down a little bit further on the thing. Okay, so now that's in its position there. Let me see if it works. Well, and actually I got it. I was able to get it just barely on there. And I had to adjust it, so it's fine. Let me do this other side over here. Okay, and then I'm going to close this, and let's see how good this looks. See, it looks really good. I like it a lot better than the, well, I don't know if I like them both, but I think this one has, it's definitely a more solid top. I think this one would likely last longer without as much upkeep. You know, when you're dealing with vinyl, even though that's a high quality vinyl and the premium vinyl, it's not quite as durable as this. I mean, this is a hard piece. I think they both look equally great. But there you have it. That's the Rugged Liner Premium Hard Folding Tonneau cover. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check out my other videos too.